Hi, good morning. Welcome to my channel. My channel is called Third Party Warrior. Why the name? I'm going to take a few minutes to explain to you how I came up with that concept. First, you have a business, then you have a product or work, and lastly, you have the worker, the consumer. That's you and me. As the worker or consumer, it seems like we're being constantly taken advantage of or cheated. As the warrior, I want to show or expose if it's the business, if it's some type of consumer issue, things that happen to the everyday American all day, every day. And I'm going to start originally with myself. In the summer of 2023, I worked a part-time job, gig, side gig, whatever you want to call it, for a concert venue. It was in October. It was a 3-day festival. I was hired by the company to work 2 to 3 days. I took 2 days. It was on a Friday, it was on a Saturday. And what I ended up doing was I worked those 2 days. I then proceeded to wait after the 2 days were up for my pay to be direct deposit. What ended up happening was the deposit went in, and when once I seen the amount, I was like, "Hey, what's going on? It's not even half of what I should have made." So then I decided to reach out to the person that hired me. Now, one thing I want to point out is the concert itself. They hired the people to bring in people, and what we were doing was I basically was giving out ID bracelets for people that wanted to consume alcohol. And it was like a long standing job. That first day was a lot of confusion. It was raining. We were going to be outdoors. They told us to dress appropriately. So those 2 work days went according to how it was supposed to be. Where the problem comes in is getting paid. And, if you do an honest day's work, which we all do, and you are done, at the end of the day, you should be paid the wages that you should get. Now, has this happened to me before where you get shorted? Maybe. Has it happened to you? I'm not sure. As you watch my channel and as I progress, I'm going to go through what happened and the progress. So I reached out to the person who hired me for the event and I said, "Hey, I didn't get paid." I called him. He told me, "Hey, go back and email and let's check the hours and stuff." So, needless to say, I went back a couple times, couldn't get into the email, could not see, where the pay is, how they paid me, and stuff like that. So, I couldn't do it. So, I kept trying. So, then again, I emailed him back and I said, "Hey, this is not working." And then he just cut off all contact with me. So then what I proceeded to do was I says, "You know what? I'm going to reach out to the labor department." So I filed a complaint. This had to be if the event was in October. This might have been around November, I'm thinking, that I filled out, online. Everything's online. I sent it over to him and I let a couple weeks pass. Then I actually called to get an inquiry as to what happened with my complaint. And the first person that called, they don't answer the phones anymore. You just have to leave a message and hopefully they'll get back with you 2, 3 days. First person I called, I got in touch with someone finally. They came back and said, "Hey, I said, well, I got a complaint." They looked it up. They says, "Okay, yeah, yeah, we found your complaint." So I was like, can you kind of give me, anything that's update on it? What they primarily said over the phone, "It's going to take several months before we get to your complaint." So then I said, "What do you mean several months?" "Well, we're so backed up, And then the person told me, they went on to say, "Oh, it's the governor's fault. We need more people. We're short-handed. and things like that. So then I said, okay, so let me check back with you. Needless to say, a month, maybe month and a half passed before I did elicit a response from the Labor Department, which was labor wages. That's what you have to do to go through that. Now, I know someone else who went through another situation where they were owed a lot of money and wasn't paid. And they said that they didn't even want to do this process. I didn't understand then. I understand now why they went through it, but I'm getting off topic. So I got a letter from them acknowledging that they were going to look into my complaint. And that's what I come on here to address as a third party warrior, because I'm not the only one that this has happened to. This has happened to you. It's happened to a whole host of other people. But there should be avenues that you should be able to reach out, which this is what I'm doing, to get paid. But the fact of it that I went and I did the work, and now we're 3 to 4 months down the line where they're going back and forth, and you're having to wait, for that them to resolve it and for them to pay you. So that's kind of like where I'm gonna stop. Where on Wednesday I'll give you the updated information that I have been receiving from the Labor Department. And let me just say, no, the issue has not been solved. And yes, I'm still waiting. But it's funny that something that happened back in October, and here it is April, we're over a year and some change, that, nothing has been done and I haven't, resolved this. You would think that the Labor Department would, work quickly. They have a lot of cases. But in any event, that's one of the reasons I did come out with this channel, because as a consumer or the worker, every day, all we do is, you get up, you go to work, you put in a fair amount of work, you come home, you expect to get paid, and you expect to get paid fairly. But you have these companies, which I've since learned, that you do the work and then they want to have pay you. And then you try to follow it up and try to get paid, and then you have to go through months or steps of that. But I'm kind of getting a little bit too far ahead of myself. Check out my channel. It's Third Party Warrior. And again, this is about the consumer. This is about you. This is about me. And whether it's not getting paid, whether it's you're being cheated out of something, I just want to kind of like pull back the covers a little bit and just show this, because while we're doing and keep going every day and we're working, as a person that's doing it, the right way and working a job like you're supposed to, but yet we're being taken advantage of. And then it seems our recourse that we have to do is slow or ineffective. But again, I'm going too far ahead. I'm going to check in with you on Wednesday, where I'll give you the whole skinny of where I'm at with the Labor Department as to what happened with the situation. Because believe me, there is more and stuff. And I kind of really understand now why people say it's a nightmare to deal with getting them involved, as far as them helping you, make you whole or whatever the situation is. But we're gonna check back on Wednesday. I'm gonna go live. I'm kind of doing this on the fly, where I just want to see, if you guys are going through the same thing. And I think it is. I think there's a wide range of people out there from coast to coast, sea to sea, where, you do things and these things happen to you, and you're frustrated because as the worker or the consumer, these things are not getting these are not getting resolved. So check in again with me on Wednesday. I'm kind of doing a couple things, updating, trying to get the channel on track. But I just wanted to give you an introductory to what I'm going to do as far as this channel. Also, I ain't got no subscribers right now, but if you want to chime in and you want to tell me, that's another thing I'd like to do on Wednesday is give me your story. Tell me about your situation, your wages, where you went to work and you were cheated and things happen. I'd love to engage with you. So on that end, I'm going to end the live stream now, where I will get back to you Wednesday again to see if you had any type of response to what I have to say. Hopefully you do and stuff. But if you don't, that's okay too and stuff. Just remember, tell me your situations. We'll even talk about it on the next one and stuff. So you guys have a good day. And I'm going to end it by saying I try to be a little bit better than where I was yesterday. I don't always do it, but I strive for that. So you guys take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.